and you're still watching Prime Morning. This segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still phone paper pair fee. Whatever gadget you're looking for, whether mobile phones, television sets, CCTV cameras, worry no more. We have all the authentic gadgets for you. You can actually download the app on your phone to make things very, very easy. So the app is Franco Trading app. All the gadgets are there. Pick and choose what you want. We'll deliver it to you at your doorstep. You can come to any of our shops, or if you want to make further inquiries, just visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone paper pair fee. My name is Roslyn Felly. I'm not here alone. I have the two Kofis here with me. Kofi Hayford is here, and Isaac Kofi AJ, a.k.a. Joy News.
Why though? Why do you have that name?
But he worked to Joy News.
Yeah, but why don't you say Kofi Joy from
No.
Kofi AJ, the Joy
News. I like that brand on him.
Oh, okay. But he looks like a Joy News person, though. You know, they have a certain...
They certain look like...
You know, like...
They had it, you see the way when I'm laughing and when you're laughing, you go like...
Yeah, but they go like...
See? See how he's laughing? He can't even laugh.
Oh,
see the way he's Isaac of here, Jay. Joy News. How are you?
You know how Abdul Salam does his reporting for the... Wow!
Anyway, so today we are going to take a look at the journey of this year's NSMQ and how Infantipim managed to grab the title at the last minute. Like, how did they do it? And you know, they did it during the semi-finals as well. They just snatched it from Presec. And they did it again. They did it in quarterfinals, they did it in semis, and they did it in the finals. Wow. Kwaboche, we don't know what you have chewed this time around, but your children are so brilliant. They are so intelligent. So Kofi will definitely tell us more about how it all went down, and you at home can join us via Zoom. And so once you see the Zoom, password on the screen, just make sure you pick it and join us. But make sure the room is well lit. Make sure you look good. So it's a Zoom ID, sorry. Pick the Zoom ID and join us. Look good, look, your best. Room is well lit. Lower the volume of your television set and let's have a very good conversation. But Isaac Kofi AJ, what secondary school did you attend?
Oh, I went to the first school in Ghana after independence.
Okay.
We are called the PSCA, Swedru Secondary School.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, one of the best schools.
So Swedru is what you're going to talk about.
That's
the first school after independence, the PE. Okay.
The PSCAs,
So who are your classmates?
Oh, I have a lot of classmates, but if you want me to talk about alumni, a lot.
Okay,
Dr.
tell me.
Mensa, Tabel,
classmates.
My classmates.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you have a classmate?
Oh, yeah, I have classmates.
Do you have a classmate? Do you understand the question we're asking?
Classmates.
Do you have a classmate?
And I said I have classmates.
Like right now, if we are bullying you, whom can you call?
Maybe I'm not at your level.
Don't do that to Isaac this morning. Don't do that. Isaac, don't mind that, okay?
If we bully you now, whom are you going to call?
The former IGP.
Ooh.
Oh, so let's go.
Kudalo, John Kudalo.
He's your mate.
He's not my mate, but he's an alumni.
That's not what we are talking about.
At least once a Swesconian, always a Swesconian for me.
Oh my God. Anyway, so the newspapers have a lot they are reporting. But before then, are you going to take us through?
Well, I mean, the NSMQ this year was something that, data actually spoke. We talked about it and we said that there were three things that was going to happen in terms of the data. Was on the side of St. Augustine's College. Momentum, just like you said, I don't know what Kwaboche ate this time around, something red maybe. The momentum was on their side, and definitely you could not take out Keta Senior High School, SHS.
Charlie, it was a keenly contested race, but I think that in the beginning, Keta struggled a bit, and they just couldn't catch up. But for the two secondary schools, that's St. Augustine's Secondary School, they'll kill me this morning.
Why don't you want to use the college, though?
Because Nathaniel gets me if I do. So, St. Augustine's Secondary School and Infantipim Boys Senior High School. For these two schools, it was keenly contested. At a point, the Augasco boys were jubilating. They thought they had taken it home. They had their flyers ready to jubilate, and then all of a sudden, just like that.
It was a last minute something, and and Keta was actually the king makers on Wednesday. when they got that last riddle correct, remember last year,
All right.
I am, you are the star.
Yeah.
This time around, it was water. It was water that won the trophy for Infant Spim School. You want to call them Infant Spim Boys Senior High School, right? So they say they're called Infant Spim School, Kwaboche.
The only school, right?
Yeah, the only school.
only
One of the
school.
only schools.
Okay, so somebody doesn't want the word school, somebody wants the word school. Okay, so are you going to do the analysis for us?
Yes, I mean, we have a theory that we've been following. I think it's right from 2017 to this year. And the theory is that the school that goes to the finals with the highest average score or point always goes ahead to win the NSMQ. But something really happened this year that there was an outlier, or the same template actually happened in 2018. So if you look at 2019, for instance, there was a school that actually got the highest average. And you have on the touch screen right now the 2019 NSMQ. And this is what we are talking about. This is the hypothesis that we have been testing as Joy News Research Desk. And data actually speaks a lot. And if you come to NSMQ, the secondary data can actually predict who wins the NSMQ. So if you are going to the final, data already show you your position. So it happened in 2019, going into the finals. This was the average scores of the three schools from the 1-8 stage to the semifinals. Remember, St. Augustine's College, 2019. That was the last time they won the trophy. They went into that final with an average point of 56. That was the highest, followed by Presec, and then there was a certain Pesco. Just look at what happened in the finals. The same arrangement in the finals. St. Augustine's comes first. First runner-up is Presec, and the third place was Pesco. So the same arrangement in 2019. Then comes the COVID time, 2020. Let's look at that one as well, where the same thing panned out. 2020, you see the school that went to the finals with the highest. That was, Presbyterian Boys Senior High School, Presec Legon. They went to the finals with 58.7, points, followed by Opokuwari, and then there was Adisada College. Just look at what happened. The arrangement is almost the same. The only switch was between the second school and the third school. But the first school, in fact, the school that went to the finals with the highest average actually won it in 2020 as well. 2021, the story did not change. 2021, let's look at 2021. The story did not change, where a certain Prempeh College went into the finals with one of the highest average scores or points with 55.3, followed by Presec, and we have Keta Senior High School, or Keta SHS, Keta School, placing third, going into the finals. The same arrangement, nothing changes in terms of the arrangement. If you look at their scores from the 1-8 to the semifinals, the same thing panned out in the finals. Prempeh was first, followed by Presec, and there was Keta. So this is not the first time Keta is actually going into the finals.
But this, in 2021, was the first time that Keta went into the finals.
Exactly. This was their first grand finale in 2021. 2022, the story was the same. Nothing changed.
Wow.
Nothing changed. And this is data speaking at this point. Presec goes to the finals with 57.7 points as the average score. They actually won it, and the arrangement is the same. Nothing changes. Presec first, followed by Prempeh, and then there was a certain, Adisada College. Then 2023, we thought something was going to happen in 2023, but the same picture actually panned out in 2023. Just like you see it here, Presec actually goes to the finals with the highest average again, 55.7, followed by Achimota, and then there was a certain Opokuwari. Same arrangement, nothing changes. The first school was actually first in the final, second was second, and the third place didn't also change. So this is data. But going into this year's final, there were so many factors that we wanted to consider, because there's something that we call the convergence point. Let's look at the next. This is what we saw going into this year's finals, which was between St. Augustine's College, Infant Spim School, and Keta SHS. Now, going into the finals, we computed their averages from the 1-8 to the semifinals. This is why I said data was actually speaking for St. Augustine's College, because they had the highest average, 60.33, followed by Infant Spim. And then there's also Keta School with 49.7. But one reason why we were not so sure this time around was because Augustine's actually had one of the highest points, 73, in the somewhere around the 1/8 stage. That actually skews their average to 60.33. So I was telling Jiveno when we were doing this computation that this year I see something different. Why do I say so? Because you see, there looks to be like momentum on the side of Infanspim. They knocked out Prempe, kicked out Presec, or there were tiebreakers in there. And Keta actually went to the final again with the lowest average, just like they did in 2019. And when we put out the winning probabilities, everybody was saying that Keta might do well. But for me, the numbers was actually telling a different story. Now, let's look at this graph that we saw that made us so sure that St. Augustine's wasn't going to win the contest. Now, if you look at this graph, this is what we call the convergence points.
Okay.
Right? So from the 1/8 to the semifinals, always, and all the time when we look at the data, we see what we call the convergence point. So you see the schools, having different marks from the 1/8, the quarterfinals. As soon as they start to get to the semifinals, their points begin to, come to a uniform angle. But this time around, it did not happen. We saw the convergence point rather at the quarterfinals. The semifinals, there was no convergence. The only convergence that happened was between Infanspim and St. Augustine's.
Wow.
Keta was almost like an outlier on this graph. That is why I was so sure that Keta was not going to, place second or first.
Okay.
Because if you look at the convergence point, it was just 1 point between St. Augustine's College and, Infanspim. And the same thing panned out in the finals. But look at, this is my last, slide, and that tells the story proper, what happened in 2018 and why it repeated itself, this year. Let's look at the last slide, which talks about the 2018 outlier. This is it.
It's 2018.
The same story, 2018.
Same story.
This is what we call, before the contest, we call this the outlier.
Okay.
2018, there was a certain Opoku that went to the finals with the highest average, but could not win. It was rather Pesco who went to the final with the second highest average, won it by how many points? Just look at it.
A point.
1 point.
Wow.
And the same thing happened this year. So in fact, just like we said, data was actually on the side of St. Augustine's College, but momentum was on the side of Infanspim School.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey.
Interesting.
You people can do this, oh. Wow.
It's actually data, it speaks for itself. And this year, it spoke again.
I'm quite impressed. Let me say congratulations to the boys from, Infanspim School. They were amazing. For the St. Augustine's College boys, it was heartbreaking for me as well. At a point, I was like, wow. You're so close to the trophy, and then all of a sudden,
you lose it.
Lips.
But if they had probably seen this data, they would have known that, listen, anything could happen.
Right?
Yeah, there were so many factors at stake here. I mean, we held almost all other factors constant. And just like I said, it was Keta that actually made a king. Because without that riddle...
What if Keta had decided not to have answered that riddle?
And if St. Augustine gets it correct, then we are doing the if and only if, logical analysis here. But if Keta did not answer and St. Augustine answered, they would have won the contest.
So why did
Same
Keta
with
answer?
Infanspim.
Why did Keta answer? At that point, they knew they weren't going to win.
At that point, I mean, it looked as if all the three schools didn't know the answer. The other two schools didn't know the answer. It was only Keta that knew the
Was it
answer.
a matter of data at that point, though?
At that point, I think it was a matter of what you know.
Okay.
I mean, because it was a riddle. If you don't know it, you don't know it. And in 2018, it was also a riddle that actually differentiated the point between, Pesco and then Opoku. So the same story actually panned out in 2018. So what we saw this year happened in 2018.
Looks like the schools have to start paying more attention to the riddles.
Yeah.
Especially, the last two rounds, very, very important, because I think the true or false round, that's when if you get it wrong, you get a deduction, right? It cost St. Augustine's College a lot. And I think that was one of the reasons why they could not go into the final. They could not win the trophy, and they had to leave it to Infanspim to win it at the dying embers.
Interesting.
Very, very interesting, I must say. You can join us. The Zoom ID is on now, so pick the Zoom ID and join us. We'll read the newspapers, the headlines today, and then as you join us, we are speaking to NSMQ. Tell us about your secondary school. If your school won, If your school didn't win like my own, still tell us. But join us. Let's have a conversation on NSMQ. Let's just have fun. It's a Friday. All right.
Oh, so Kofi, I didn't see your school, you know.
No, it was in. We're in.
Oh.
Andrew Potter girls were in.
1-8?
Yeah, I think 1-8. Yeah.
Are you sure?
You think?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
1-8 as in 180.
No, 1-8. We got to the
180th.
No, we got to.
But that's what Brenda is telling.
No,
so 180th.
That's she's lying. Hey, where did her school get to?
Kofi, Brenda, which school did Brenda attend though?
Disabuse. So join us via Zoom this morning and let's have a conversation. Let's just have fun. Let's talk about NSMQ, all right?
Right.
So Kofi, what do we have?
Yeah, I mean, in the same vein, I mean, talking about senior high schools, Daily Graphic is reporting on new SHS curriculum starts. It's very interesting.
Very, very interesting. You have double track and you're introducing.
Yeah, there's a new curriculum. Rosalind, I don't know what you think about this though.
The new curriculum was, let me see, so the Ministry of Education has rolled out the new curriculum for second cycle schools through its agencies, the National Council for Curriculum and Assessment and the Ghana Education Service. Now, you know, they actually introduced a new curriculum in the junior high school. Now, this is for the senior high school. So the junior high school got introduced earlier this year. Oh, yeah, it was earlier this year, and this time around is the senior high school. My thing is, for me, I keep on asking this question. Why do they keep changing the curriculum? What is the issue? Why can't they just stick to a particular curriculum for them so that you know that this is what the children are coming out with?
Right.
For me, the curriculum that I studied, I haven't come out as, you know, a bad...
product.
I don't even want to use the word product because, you know, like, you know, but for most people, my generation, we are doing well.
Right.
So if it wasn't good, why are we where we are today?
I like the uniformity, you know. I mean, in the 90s and the 2000s, if you attended primary school, junior high school, or you did so in the 2000s, I mean, I think we all basically studied just about the same thing. And time has proved that it was worth it. It was worth studying. So I have a friend in the Czech Republic that wanted to know which prescribed books are there for basic school students this year. And it was quite difficult trying to find exactly what runs across, you know, because it looks like everyone is doing what they like. I don't know how it's been regulated, but...
And right now, you can't hand over your books, you know.
Yes, I mean, at the moment, it looks like the only courses or, you know, subjects that are constant at the moment is maths, English, and let's say science.
Okay.
There's no social studies?
Well, social studies,
There's no cultural studies?
Cultural studies, please.
Well, I think there's still social studies. I don't know if they will change it this time around, but the argument has been that times have changed. And a lot has actually changed. So many things also have to change. So you need to revise your curriculum. But when we are doing it, do we also put in place or do we also consider certain things that existed that made or that forms the fundamentals of our junior and senior high schools, which has been the topic. So if you go into the, even the core courses, core mathematics, the content is not the same as, let's say, 4 years or 5 years ago. There are certain subjects that have been introduced. And this time around, you cannot find those same subjects, let's say, if you go back in time 4 or 5 years ago. So a lot actually goes into the revision of the curriculum. Definitely, they are considering, you know, the shift towards AI, a shift towards tech, and what have you. But certain fundamentals must stay the same.
My question here is, when we are setting a standard, our standard is always the Western standard. Are they also changing their curriculum as we change our curriculum?
Well, yes. I mean, that's why, for me, the introduction of electives is very important.
Right.
For electives, they look like in a function, you have variables and constants. Certain things must be held constant, and electives must bring in the newbies. I mean, things that are new must come through the elective angle. But if you keep changing even constant content, that becomes a bit problematic because you need to pass on knowledge and what have you. So when you actually communicate with a junior high school, a senior high school student at the moment, it's really difficult to find a common ground at the moment.
It is, and I think that's quite problematic. Because like you rightly said, I mean, we're not saying that books should be passed on, but it used to be a thing. your parents wouldn't have to worry so much about purchasing new sets of books, you know, for you because you're now going to class 5. Your senior brother or sister your senior sibling could just pass it on to you, knowing very well that in 10 years' time, we probably all learnt just about the same thing. And it's good. And like you rightly asked, what happens in the West? What happens is new, not entirely new subjects, but new variants of probably the same subject are introduced. You mentioned AI. So there's the introduction of AI in the application of the various subjects, maybe social studies, maybe mathematics, integrated science, and what have you. But to change the entire subject is problematic.
It is problematic. That's what I think. And that's what a few others, Ghanaians, think. Because when you know that this thing was good for me, why are we not having it in our children? And now we complain about the children. We complain that looking at Gen Z, what are they studying in school? What is coming out of them? They don't have manners. That's what some people say. They don't have manners. They are out of control.
That's not what some people say.
So,
it's actually the truth.
Yes. So when we were in school, it wasn't like that. Subjects like RME, subjects like cultural studies, they had a way of shaping you. Life skills. They had a way of shaping you.
I didn't have life skills.
Oh, I did. I did.
So you're on the same wavelength, but I'm not. So it's
no wonder you laugh like this. No wonder you laugh like that.
Life skills was very important. So
I had creative. I think we did creative art or something like that.
Really, creative arts? That's just about 5 years ago.
Yeah, creative arts.
Oh, interesting.
Did you do
technical skills?
BDT, yeah, BDT.
No, you did BDT.
BDT, yes.
You didn't do pre-tech.
No, I didn't do.
Hey, Kofi.
I did
pre-tech with your T-square.
Yeah,
and
but
the projector
that was a subset of BDT. So BDT.
What is BDT?
So basic. Is it basic
design technology?
Is something like that? Yeah, basic design technology.
Pre-tech, they will show you how to use a hammer.
In BDT, you have.
Did you have practicals?
Yes, you did have practicals. In BDT, you can choose to do, I think, home economics or choose to do.
No, we were doing pre-vocational skills.
You didn't do vocational.
You didn't do pre-voc. You didn't do pre-tech, pre-voc.
Pre-tech and pre-voc were all combined to form BDT. So you don't lump everything to like. Okay. So the student had a choice.
Anyway.
To choose between pre-tech and then pre-voc.
All right, so please read the rest.
All right, yeah. So we also have in the Bono region the thank you tour by President Nana Akufo-Addo, 169 agro factories ready under one district, one factory. That's what the president is saying. There is also the constituency watch. Sunyani West, can MPP maintain dominance? It's a question that's been asked in Daily Graphic. Anti-gay bail suit. Speaker's financial impact assessment sparks controversy in court. You can find that on page 13. And then on page 10 and 39 in the Daily Graphic, Chief Justice launches manual on election adjudication. Rosalind, that's what I have. What do you have in the Daily
Dispatch? The Daily Dispatch newspaper, and it says, Dan Parry is a reformer. His achievements are tangible. This is coming from Dr. Mahmoud Balmia. I was sacked as Deputy Minority Leader while out of Ghana, and DC MP says so. 2 incumbent women MPs battle for Okai-Kwe North seat in Greater Accra, and a NPP candidate for Adentan, MSW Akosua Menu, embarks on another road project. And that will be all for the Daily Dispatch newspaper. I think we'll pick our very first Zuma. Abdul, good morning. How are you? Hello, Abdul. All right. So, Abdul, kindly unmute yourself for us.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Great, great, great.
Your outfit is very nice.
Thank you very much, Abdul. Thank you so much. It's been a while, though.
Yeah, we are busy campaigning with about 36 days to election.
Right. So what secondary school did you attend, though?
So I attended Navasco Senior High in the Upper East region.
Okay. One day you win your NSMQ, okay?
Yeah, amen. They're actually doing well at the regional levels, but mostly it's when they are trying to go out of the region, that's where the problem is. But we hope that we'll surely get there one day.
The future is bright. So what do you think about Afansipim Senior High School winning?
Fantastic, fantastic. Wallahi. They've proven everybody wrong, you know, just like your crew there were saying, almost everybody thought that they were the ones winning. Almost everybody thought that St. Augustine were going to win. But you see, there's one thing we don't understand about data. Data is different, and then what happens on the G-Day is also different, you understand? But me, in all of this, what marvels me is the quality of, wisdom in these students that we have. Today, these are the same free senior high students. You see people, because of politics, will just open their mouth and speak rubbish about free senior high students. And today, you see that if you check across, we are having brilliant students. I didn't see that in the past. The NSSS was not that good, but I can beat my chest and tell that the quality is now top notch.
All right, Abdul,
the
thank you.
The sort of questions they ask nowadays, when you listen to the question, even me myself, I wonder,
even long time ago, you still couldn't answer. Me too, I couldn't answer. It's fine. Abdul, thank you so much for joining us. See, I was hearing some words. Something. You know, we have gigabytes, we have terabytes. Yeah. There was another one that was used that day. I even posted on my status. I said, now which one is this one? People just want to confuse us. We know of gigabytes, we know of terabytes. Some giga something. I said,
Yeah, but I think I like the new approach of the NSMQ. The questions are not just asked because they want to ask questions. They programmed the whole quiz to solve a certain problem. So this year we had more questions on climate change. And even if you look at the problem of the day, that had to do with practical stuff. It was biology. I was thinking that they were going to give them maths or something, statistics, or chemistry, but we saw a biology question where they were asked about gobe and digestion. So practical stuff, and we are seeing how, the consultants are now being able to, just close the gap between the practical aspect and the theoretical aspect. So I really love the approach they took this year. So even if you look at physics, for instance, they had a concept that they wanted the student or people even watching to understand. Right. If you go to biology, there was a concept. If you come to mathematics, it was about polynomials, I think it was about polynomials. And if you come to biology, it had to do with application, and we saw in the problem of the day where they had to solve a question around gobe, which was very interesting.
Very, very interesting. Anyway, we have someone on Zoom. Please lower the volume on your Zoom, unmute yourself and speak to us. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Can you hear us? Hello? Please unmute and speak to us. Good morning. Okay, I'm wondering if he can hear us or not. Hello? Okay, I guess he can't hear us. But Kofi, you were making an interesting point.
Yeah, I mean, Abdul was talking about data and what happens on the ground. Very, very important. Especially
but is that true, though? Do you think he had a point?
Yes, he has a point.
His argument is what happens in, when you are compiling the data is actually different from what happens on the day.
Exactly. I mean, there are so many factors that when you are doing some of this estimation, you hold constant. For instance, one member of the research desk was telling me that we forgot to factor in Frederick. Frederick is the guy who answered the last question, right, the last riddle. So imagine if we knew or if we were able to predict what Frederick would do on that day, that would have made or reduced our margin of error. But there are some of the factors or some of the determinants that we cannot really control, so we hold them constant. But in all, the raw data, the raw quantitative numbers we have, they tell a certain story. And history also comes to play when we are talking about NSMQ. It was exactly 10 years ago that Infanspem won their second trophy, 2014. They won with an Isaac. Right. This year, it's been exactly 10 years. There's a certain Isaac on board
who was the common denominator. More like.
Prophetic.
Well, it's history. Prophecy, there are so many factors that you can actually bring on board, but quantifying it becomes difficult. So we only deal with the numbers that we can actually,
I have to go back to my school and check what history says about them. But let's go back onto the Zoom and speak to our Zoomer. Okay, so please, can you hear us? Good morning.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah, your name, sorry.
Yeah, I'm Ralph. Yeah,
okay.
Hi, Rosalind.
Hi, Ralph. How are you?
I'm talking to Ralph, and Ralph is talking to Rosalind.
Ralph, doing great.
Ralph, life no balance.
Kumasi.
Yeah, how is Kumasi? Say Chrome.
Oh, cool. Oseko is cool.
Good, 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 good. We are coming there on the 1st of December.
Seriously? When?
Yes, we are coming to Oseko on the 1st of December.
Really?
Yep, we are coming for the Big Chef Tertiary Edition, the finals. So
Oh,
you see
yeah,
us.
great. Yeah, then you guys should invite me.
We'll invite you. Everybody in Kumasi Oseko is invited. So we want to see you there. Okay.
So the venue is?
We'll give you the venue later. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
yeah,
so
Rosalind, yeah.
Your secondary school.
Congratulate those people. Infantipim.
I
mean, they are the first school, right? So I don't think this is an achievement. I think over a few years, these guys have been beating their ass. What's their names? Presec, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
You said they've been beating their what?
They have been whooping their ass. So I know something.
This is live television, We beg you.
Oh, sorry.
So,
great, but,
for you, what secondary school? What secondary school did you attend?
Me?
Yes.
I attend KNUST.
KNUST secondary school?
Yeah, I attended KNUST.
Okay.
KNUST secondary school.
Secondary school.
They should be part of the finals. And
but have you tried? Have you ever gotten to even year first 1-1-1-1? Have you?
Oh, you can check. You have got. I think you have been in the 3rd position and the 4th too.
In Kumasi.
You can just Google it.
In Kumasi, you were 3rd in Kumasi, where you did the regional.
No, in Kumasi. I'm in general.
Hey.
Oh, wow. But it has been a while. It has been a while so far.
I'll say more. Anyway.
No, Google it. Google it and check.
We'll Google it.
Oh, seriously. Rosalie, why are you doing that?
Anyway, we are grateful that you could join us, okay?
Yeah, good. That guy always pisses me off. That guy.
Hey, which one? Which one?
I mean, you know that guy, the Mohammed now.
Oh.
Always bring politics in everything. I won't spare him. Why?
We beg you. Today is NSMQ. We beg you.
See. That guy, though Fatima did great, but we all know the record now. This thing have been going on even before the free SHS. I think now they are even weaker than before. Before they used to be very, very strong. We used to be compared to the other countries. You can ask your panel. Now I think this thing is very weak.
Okay,
so
that's
why
your
is the
opinion.
guy comparing to free SHS anyway?
That's your opinion.
Because of free SHS.
Yo, we hear you. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, so you at home can also join us via Zoom. Let's get to know your opinion on the just ended National Science and Maths quiz, where Infantipim Boys Senior High School grabbed the title at the last minute with just 1 point, actually. Kofi. Hey, when I said Kofi, it's like the two of you. Y'all like, so I have Joy News and Joy FM. Kofi Joy News.
Yeah, you can say K-Hey.
Hey.
Yeah, K-Hey. Kofi Hayford, a.k.a.
K-Hey. So you two, a.k.a.
Joy News.
Wow. All right, so...
Rosalie, I also have Republic Press here.
Yes, please.
And on the front page, Mahama attacks judiciary again. Former President John Mahama has once again come under fire for his comments on the judiciary, with many accusing him of having a penchant for attacking the institution. That's what's happening on the front page. And then Speaker Bagbin says we need cool heads. You can find that story on page 13.
It's good this is coming from him, because he's one of the heads.
He's the third head.
I think he's the second, actually.
Oh, no, he can't be the second. He's the third.
Baumia and his president are one.
No.
Baumia and his...
No.
Oh,
no.
okay.
So
no,
he's
but you
the
can't...
second.
So he's supposed to be the second.
No, he can't be the second. So the first is the president. In case where the president has traveled, the vice steps in. That makes him number 2. In case both of them are out of the country, then the speaker
right?
steps
So he's
in.
a third.
But
Yeah, so
Baumia
he's
is
the
the vice of the first.
Yes, but he's
That makes
still
them
number
one.
2.
So
That's what he's saying.
Well, basically.
That makes him number 2.
He's the mate.
actually
Don't forget he's the
great,
mate, though.
Okay, and then there is a story on Alan Chermating. It says, Alan waits into Parliament judiciary clash and says current impasse unwarranted. Very interesting.
it's quite, you know, it's quite a tight period.
So yesterday I actually listened to the conversation on Top Story.
Yeah.
And, very interesting views over there. How the Parliament and the parliamentary service are two different bodies.
Yes.
And but then the argument is also that, well, once they both have the name Parliament, or once they probably work together, it's one body.
But I mean, this whole controversy is actually good for our democracy.
Right.
It puts Ghana in a different picture that when we have issues, we go to the courts to solve them. And I love the fact that the speaker is actually fighting the law with the law.
Right.
And when he had issues, he went to the same Supreme Court that he actually disagreed with. So it's interesting how we've been able to understand the fundamentals of democracy. And I'm really hoping and praying that December 7th, we will come out great, and this will add to, you know, we being touted as one of the beacons of, you know, democracy in Africa or West Africa. It's very good for our democracy at the moment.
Right. Okay. It's been very good for our democracy. We have another Zoomer joining us. Hi. Good morning. Felix Baidu.
Hello. Good morning.
Hi, Felix. Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you too?
I'm fine, thank you. What secondary school did you attend?
The winner.
Oh, wow. You're a Bocho boy? Okay.
You see how winners speak calm and collected.
Yeah. No wonder. Like, you know, you have a good voice. Like, hello. Hello. Oh, the winner, eh?
He has Kofi's voice.
How do you feel? How do you feel after winning?
So I'm a MOBA 2004.
Nice.
God is a MOBA.
Most definitely.
Hey. How does it feel like to be the winner? You know.
I think for me, it's quite interesting winning this. For our year group, this is the 20th anniversary for our Saints Living School. So it comes at a point where we are in a very celebratory mood, and it couldn't have come at a better time. And as your guy rightly said, it's been 10 years since we won. I think the last time we won, I was in the UK studying for my master's, elated back then. And so just to see ourselves win this 10 years down the line is a great feeling for me. I know we've had some issues trying to get this far in the past, and it is quite refreshing to see us nick this. I know it was a competition that was very keen. Some people are saying that we won just by 1 point, but yeah, I think it's that kind of victory is sweeter when you know that
That's true.
the person could have won, but you beat them by 1 point. Yeah. So for us, yeah, it's pretty much about the fact that we showed consistency, and we showed that we were resilient even in the face of the challenges that came our way.
Now, 2004, it's 2004, right? 2004 year group. What are you doing for the winners? These boys who represented the school and made sure you won.
I think that I don't speak for the executive team, so I would actually leave it to them. But I feel definitely the group would have something in place for this group of boys. They've done the school very proud.
Yeah.
I know our Ebusia Penny has actually issued a statement to that effect. And so I wouldn't hold brief for the executive team at this point. So we'll leave it to them. But I definitely feel that, these boys need to be celebrated. They brought a lot of honor and a lot of prestige to the school. People always talk about the fact that we exist on past glory. But we have a glorious history which stems back from 1876. And you can't talk about the history of Ghana without talking about Infantipim.
Absolutely.
Hey, Bossu, what job do you do?
So I'm actually a communications lead for the Mastercard Foundation.
Makes a lot of
The
sense.
way you are speaking, you're communicating.
But I have a question for him, though. So, Felix, before you go, is that a MOBA jersey or a Manchester United jersey?
Oh.
It's a Manchester United jersey.
Charlie,
You know,
this combination,
red, black, and white. Yeah. So I represent Manchester United.
But you know this combination is a very wrong combination.
He's been in the waiting room for a long time.
I mean, like Kofi J is saying, you've been in the waiting room for a very long time, hoping to win something. So many thanks. I think you.
But they have won.
So
but you
I
personally.
think probably maybe this is a foreshadow of what Manchester United should be experiencing.
Well, I think I agree with you on that.
Thank you so much for joining us, Felix. Have a good day. Wow. I can only imagine, how they feel.
But Rosen, I think we should speak about the only female that was on stage in terms of
that girl.
That
girl.
The Gakpeto factor.
I
was really sad she did not, she did not win, but she actually made that gender really proud. Not that gender, I mean that prestigious gender really proud.
Our really gender. But you see, the thing is that for us, we the women, we have decided to just allow the men to be going to the finals. It's not that we can't be there. We can. You understand? Like, it's that easy for us. We can. But sometimes we just tell ourselves that, you know what, the men, when you keep going, then they feel some way. So, let's just allow you people. So we allow you. So don't think that
allowing us to
we allow.
history.
Exactly. And I think that Keta needs a lot of attention.
Yeah.
They are bringing something unique to be in the finals in 2021 and 2024. 2020 and 2022, they were actually in the mix again, quarterfinals and semifinals. That school needs a lot of attention, especially if you look at the female students who have been very outstanding in this decade. All right. I cannot speak about that without talking about Keta Senior.
That's so true. So let me speak to my next one, Raymond. Hello? Lambeth. How are you?
Hello.
Hi, Lambeth. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm fine, thank you, Lambeth. And what secondary school did you attend, Lambeth?
Tama, I was closer to you,
Where?
Tama Senior High, I was closer to you.
Oh, Tamale Senior High. Tamale also does well, You managed to go...
No, Shama.
Yes.
Shama.
Oh, in the Western region.
Oh, right, Western. Mundu, baby, Accra.
Oh, it's a very beautiful school on
very
the
beautiful.
hills.
Very beautiful. But Mundu, NSMQ, you're like us.
The original championship.
Pardon?
We beat you the other time to win the regional championship. Have you forgotten? Just last year.
Yo, we hear you. But what do you think about Fansipim winning?
Oh, I initially rooted for Osasco to win, but they did draw. Keta just became the hindrance for Osasco to win by answering the last video. It was actually good that they won, But at first I was just looking for Osasco to win, but they did draw. They actually showed that they are from one
okay,
of the
Raymond.
Regions, so.
All right, Raymond. Thank you very much. But your room is a bit dark, so next time when you're joining us, make sure your room is well lit, okay? And also your screen, we can see your face very well because we are not seeing your face, your handsome face. Your family watching you, they don't know you're on TV today. Have a good day, Raymond. All right, so you can also join us and let us know how you feel about the boys winning in Fansipim. They say, God, it's a Mola.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. You don't think so?
Well,
I don't know. The fact
God is from Inside Secondary School in Axim.
All right, Lambeth is now joining us. Hi, Lambeth. Lambeth, kindly unmute yourself for us. Hello.
Yeah, ma'am. Good morning.
Good morning, Lambeth. How are you?
No, I'm fine, ma'am. Thank you. You are really the iron lady of the show. Let me tell you that it's always very interesting watching you.
Thank
in particular.
Thank you
in
very
this
much.
program. I don't know why. Sometimes I rather prefer not to watch Cameroon channels, but to rather focus on Joy Private. It's a good work. Yes, you are doing your job. You are really a journalist. I don't really master the educational system of Ghana. But I would like to talk a little bit of Ghanaian politics, considering the fact that they are going to, the Ghanaians have a task by choosing who to lead them in the next coming 4 years.
I'll permit you to do that in 30 seconds, just because you are joining us from Cameroon.
Okay, ma'am. I want to say Ghanaians have the knife and the yam, and they should understand something. The ballot box should speak for themselves. And take note, you don't vote because somebody is beautiful, somebody is handsome. You vote because somebody can change the face of a country. What we are going through in Cameroon, I am not praying that it will happen in Ghana, because Cameroon is already hell on earth. We are tired. Let me tell you that if I start speaking today, even you give me the next 50 minutes, I will not complete what I'm about to say. Wow. So Ghanaians, it is the right time for you to choose.
Thank you,
I am
Lambert.
young at 38 years, and this is the time for you to choose. Please,
thank you,
humble
Lambert.
yourselves.
Thank you very much. All right, thank you for joining us and letting us know that Ghanaians, when you go to the polls, so make sure that you vote for the right person,
and
so you don't suffer.
That's what
and humble
yourself.
yourself.
You should humble yourself.
Yeah.
Now,
vote is Let's
go.
It's about the candidates.
Bernard, hi, good morning. Hi, Bernard.
Good morning.
Hey, your curtains is nice, oh. What?
Thank you.
Which secondary school did you attend?
I do my senior high school.
Okay, all right. You are one of us still praying and doing fasting to get into, the finals, right?
Someday it will be our turn.
It's one day.
Yeah, one day.
Well, how do you feel about Infantsipim winning?
Well, they really did well. It's marvelous. I'm a teacher myself. I'm a professional teacher myself.
Nice.
Watching the case, going through a series of, questions, and the way they answer the questions, marvelous.
What subject do you teach?
They deserved it, of course.
Right.
Even though they just won just by, a point margin. Well, I said they did really well.
Yeah. What subject do you teach as a teacher?
I teach English language.
Okay. But were you able to answer some of the questions?
You see, we the language, students, I should say, we don't really always go into the sciences and the mathematics and those of you. We always focus on the language,
Yes.
We're marking grammar and
like
the
me.
tenses as well.
I was watching, then they say yes, no, then I'll say yes. I say, hey, Alpha. Thank you so much for joining us. We are grateful. See, the number of answers that I gave when I was watching, even when the boys are answering, then I'll be like, oh yeah, this one. I think at the point they were supposed to explain how carbon dioxide, something. I will say, oh, this one, the answer is correct. This one, then they'll finish and the woman will say, no.
I'm picky.
I'm number two. I said, you know, I'm still my child. See, you call But the good thing about NSMQ this year is that finally I understand why the masons, the carpenters, if you want to make sure that you are doing 1-0, you have to eat gobe.
Yeah.
I now understand. So now, if you don't have money,
yes,
and you need strength,
001,
100, so you eat in the morning, you eat again, eat gobe.
Eat gobe. That was the problem of the day.
Problem of the day.
Yes.
Now we
it's
understand.
actually a problem,
Yes. So
Money
how it digests and how it stays in your system. We understood that was the problem of the day. So now I can eat gobe this morning if I'm broke. And then I just drink water. I will survive because I understand how it digests in my system.
But it's not cheap these days, though.
No, collect a lot of gari.
Oh, that's the trick.
That's
the trick. I see. Then I guess that's okay.
Oh, yes. Let's pick Richard. Hi, Richard.
Yeah, Rosalind.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm fine, thank you. Richard, what secondary school did you attend?
Bumpers Senior High Technical
School. Follow the prayer line. Let's pray.
Okay. So we are not part of those saying that NSMQ is a show. So all those who are saying it's a show, we didn't see them anywhere. It's a show for them because they don't qualify to certain stages. I hope you have gotten me.
Okay.
So it's a show for them. So congratulations to Infantsipim. I think the last time they won was in 2004. And they have won it again in 2024. So just look at the ending numbers, 4-4. Very mystical, 4-4. They deserve it. Because looking at that Isaac Mensah guy is a genius.
He's a genius,
because I am in a group with someone who said he taught him during his national service. And this guy, Isaac Mensah, used to pose challenging questions to them. He made them read. He made the teachers to read and learn. Because the kind of question that guy was asking in class, as at that time, was very genius question or tough questions. Let me put that way. How humble he is. You can see from his face, he was very humble guy. And he will go far. That boy will go far. And the entire team, they deserve it.
Okay. They deserve it. Thank you so much for telling us that they deserve it. They do deserve it.
But I mean, there was an interesting factor. A head boy actually came on to save Infantsipim.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that guy who came. What's his name again? Just escaped me. But that boy was the Peter guy.
Oh, right.
The Peter guy is their head boy, Infantsipim School's head boy.
Okay.
And he actually showed signs of a proper head boy. But you cannot take out Isaac. Isaac for me was the angel.
Because you are also.
No, I know, right? I know.
But Roslyn,
if you were not
there's something
Isaac.
we all learned from the 2023 NSMQ winners, the guys from Presec Legon, composure.
Yeah.
Isaac was really composed. Look at all the tiebreaker contests. That guy never lost focus. And when they bring on board Peter, you see that kind of chemistry. The other guy was also very, very good. But they knew the strength of the student. But what this guy also said is, I mean, it's very true. The other guy had composure, very respectful. And you can see that he had confidence. But just like Jackie will always say, he's a man of few words.
Yeah.
So he's a man of few words. I mean,
okay.
Fantastic.
Do we have our next Zoomer? Could we pick the Zoomer for me?
Yeah, so let's go on Zoom. Hello? Hello? Oh, I think we've lost him, unfortunately. But yes, please check out the Zoom ID on your screens and just join us. Let's have a conversation. We're discussing NSMQ this year. What are your thoughts? Which school did you attend? Are you part of those of us who are still praying that our schools would make their way onto the NSMQ in the years to come? Or you've already won. Let's know if you are part of MOBA. We want the MOBA guys to call us. And
yeah, I want the St. Augustine's guys to call.
Really?
They haven't.
But Nat is going to be here.
They haven't gotten over, their pain.
But it's very painful.
You know that thing?
I think it's very painful.
Is
Shouts going out to Nano Tujando.
He too is in pain.
I think he is turning his pain into Takashi.
Yeah, I have so many St. Augustine's friends.
Yeah.
I mean, Brian, good morning to you, Brian. Good morning to you. Brian Usubempa, good morning to you. Good morning to you, Lieutenant Colonel Eddie Poku. Good morning to you, Nathaniel Atto. Good morning to you. Good morning to you, Kojo Yangsin. Good morning to you, Timothy Apia. Just say, the list keeps going on and on and on, and I know all of them personally. Oh, Kojo Yangsin, I'm here to call with you. Hey, I'm here to call you. You say, me Kojo Yangsin, and now I'm God's near you, man. Okay, somebody join.
But anyway, we have someone on Zoom. Let's talk to you. Good morning. Hello, can you hear us? Jacob, can you hear us? Hello, Jacob, please unmute and speak to us. Good morning.
Good morning, I can hear you. Good
okay,
morning.
That's great. Jacob, you are in red. Are you a MOBA?
Well, this is my uniform.
Wow. I see. So how are you feeling this morning, especially after winning the NSMQ?
Oh, I'm feeling like I'm with the Trinity, you understand?
Trinity?
I'm with the Trinity. Yeah. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
I see.
And since we won it great now, hallelujah to me. And then God willing, we are going for all the things, that's all.
I see. Which year did you complete?
2017, boss.
2017? Did you say 2017? Hello, Jacob, can you hear us?
Yes, please.
Okay, so you said you completed in 2017?
Hello, Jacob, can you hear us?
I think, yeah, can you unmute and unmute yourself? Just go through that cycle and speak to us. Can you mute your TV, please?
Go through that cycle.
Oh, Jacob can't hear us. I think he's... Jacob, can you hear us? Okay. Jacob is struggling to hear us. I think we need to
He's too excited. You know, when you are so happy, sometimes you don't hear. You understand? Like, the joy is overflowing. And you see the way they are playing their trumpets and all of that. That is how it is in his ears.
let's go back and speak to Jacob. Jacob, you're welcome back. Hello, Jacob, can you hear us?
I can hear you now.
Okay, great. So you completed in 2017?
Yes, boss.
Okay, so, I mean, what's your impression of this year's performance from the MOBA boys?
Oh, I think they really done well. Personally, I was in Cape Coast. I wanted to see Presec go down on the semi-finals, though. So I went there personally on Sunday to see them go down. And I think they did well, and coming up with Prempeh College, our sons, and coming up with Presec too as well. They've really tried, and I think kudos to them, because it's not been easy. It has not been easy contesting with Prempeh and Presec for the past 3 or 4 years coming up. So they eliminating these two giant schools from the quiz is a massive thing for the school and for the boys too as well.
That's great. I hear the frenzy in Cape Coast is the atmosphere is really charged up. As a proud MOBA, are you aware of any arrangements for a grand celebration in the days to come? Maybe this weekend, if you can tell us about it.
Next week, funny enough, or luckily for us, next week is our speech and prize giving day.
Ah, nice.
And hopefully, I know my old boys from the 1876 up to the 2023, 2024 batch are going to pull up with a massive surprise that no Ghanaian school has ever done for their NSMQ boys. I know for that.
We're looking forward to that. And I'm also in the know that you're having the MOBA dinner night in Accra. Is that right?
I'm going. No, I'm going.
Oh, you're attending?
Yeah.
So I think it's a great year for MOBA, right? So congratulations to you guys once again, and we wish you the best. Let's see if you can, retain the title next year.
We are doing that for all the saints. You are come for it as well. For the fourth time, for all the saints, we are getting the trophy this year, God willing.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much for joining us, yeah?
You're welcome.
All right, so that was Jacob. You can
going
also...
for the event. As to whether I attend is different. Whether I enter is another thing. So I can go. But
you have red blood?
No. So I'll go. But as to whether I will enter...
Being against St. Augustine's alone is enough.
So I don't know if you've seen the artwork.
That will make me an attendee.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't know if you've seen the artworks. There's like, I'm a wife of a MOBA, I'm a girlfriend of a MOBA.
You're an employee of a MOBA.
You're an employee, right. So yeah, maybe you should go with KT. Yeah, you should.
I will attend.
I'm sure he's watching.
So this time around, I'm not going, I'm going to attend it. Because I know I'm entering. I'm going to take a seat. I'm going to eat and I'm going to dance. Yeah. So today, dear, it's all about MOBA boys. Hey! Right. But I just wish that, either of us will get the opportunity to experience what they're experiencing.
When? In the next life?
I don't know,
Well, I experienced some awards,
Bro,
on the day we got 3 awards.
Bro,
2, yeah.
NSMQ?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Which school?
Swedro Senior High School.
You got what?
I remember when I was...
2 awards.
I remember...
That one?
The school from... I don't want to use the word less endowed. I always have a problem with that word.
But you just used it.
Yeah, I don't want to use it.
So that is
the school that
you have used it. You have just...
Prime time wasn't expecting, but we actually got to the quarterfinals. They awarded us. Yeah, so we got 2 awards on the day. I'm happy. It's a sign of progress.
So you have mentioned only one. Which is the other one?
But the other one, I do not know the category, but I know we got...
Did you get any award?
We are not less...
You are not less endowed. I mean... Anyway, we have to go on the Zoom line. Let's talk to who is on Zoom. Good morning. Hello. Hi, good morning. Oh, hello, can you hear us? Please unmute and speak to us. Hey, boy. Hello, good morning. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. All right, so are you also a mobile or this black and white is a disco?
No.
Which school did you attend? Hello? Okay, we're getting a lot of feedback from you. So, I mean, when you call us, just mute your TV and unmute your phone and speak to us. Can you hear us? Okay, I think we've lost him, but yeah. That's just about it. Rosalind?
For me, I think dreams do come true. Swesco says that, you know, they are fine, they'll win. Swedru Secondary.
Swedru Secondary School, Swesco. Yeah.
Swesco's not in the Freedom Award, you.
Well.
Hey. Did you see how he laughs?
They were always in competition with our Palm Secondary.
Do you see how he laughs?
Yeah, I mean, it's one of the most refined schools in the country.
Swesco?
Yes. Well laid out. I mean, one of the only schools with asphalted roads. Plan, well laid out school, not just any.
Are you bragging on us because we are not mobile?
You are hearing bragging. I'm not hearing bragging.
What are you hearing?
Hey, so
she's hearing facts.
They haven't won before. They haven't. Quarterfinal safe. It is out of.
But they've won in Tako. Oh,
it's plenty.
Yeah, plenty.
Mention a classmate.
My class.
All right, so on that note, this is all time will permit us for this segment. A big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise for having our backs. I'm Kofi AJ. Thank you so much for being here and giving us the data. Maybe next year it will be my secondary school that will win. As for Kofi Secondary School, he won't even say it. Neither will Isaac. Kofi AJ also mentioned his. But we want to say a very big thank you to Franco Trading Enterprise. Whatever gadget you're looking for, just go to Franco for it. Whether mobile phones, television set, CCTV. Worry no more. We've got all of them. Download the app on your phone, Franco Trading app, or visit our website, www.francotradingenterprise.com. Franco Trading Enterprise, still phone papa perfect. I'm excited about Joy Prime Made in Ghana Fair. Are you excited about it? Yeah, you excited about it? All right, so tell them why you are excited.
I should tell them because it's Ghana. You know, I mean, everyone that knows Kofi Hayford knows that, you know, I'm not only a Ghanaian, but also a Pan-African. And so
Jakarta.
I love everything Ghanaian, right? And I mean, if you come to the Made in Ghana Fair at Good Park this November, trust me, you're going to be blown away by creatives right here in Ghana, indigenous designs and what have you. Yeah, you know, all these beautiful cuts and
on display.
And more. I mean, like you rightly asked me this morning, my favorite food is in Poto Poto.
Yeah.
So I'm bringing my family to do Poto Poto.
We're actually having a cooking competition.
Yeah. Oh. And I'm winning that, I hope you know.
Oh, will you prepare Poto Poto? Oh my God. Is that one made in Ghana?
Yes.
Okay.
Chibom.
Chibom is made in
Ghana. Do they do Chibom in the UK? They don't.
It's happening from the... Hey, they don't.
They don't do Chibom.
It's happening from the 14th to the 17th of November. There'll be so many activities. There'll be fashion show. There'll be cooking competition. There'll be games. I mean, it's just going to be something else. Yeah. Lots of fun, great music. Kofi AJ will be there, and he'll be laughing his laughter. Ha, 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 ha. And then... So 14th to the 17th, mark your calendars, okay?